Hello and welcome to Top Sim. My name is William Lebowski. Today we are at the wonderful Lime Rock Park and we are in the new, fun, and exciting British touring cars from rF2 here. I feel like this car and track combo is a fantastic combo. It led to some really awesome racing that we saw this race. The combination of what the track gave and what the car's limits are performance-wise were super compatible. Really, it really highlighted a lot of what the cars are capable of doing and a lot of what they excel at, so it really made the racing a lot of fun, especially with the AI. It allowed them to really get their elbows out and battle me and fight me for position, but at the same time being at that perfect speed where nothing crazy was happening, like no one was all of a sudden blowing over end and just tumbling like tumbleweeds or anything weird like that. And I found that the tires were able to really have a lot more control over them without seeing that excessive wear that we've seen before. So maybe if you are into the touring cars now in rF2, you can give me some tips down below. We'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, bit of a first lap here. Bit of an interesting first lap, but they always are. It looked like for a second we were almost 3 wide heading into turn 1. Ooh, what happened to the car on the outside of me? Might have touched a bit of the grass and fallen back severely. They might lose a few positions out of that. Let's just worry about keeping ourselves calm and steady, because as I have recently found with these touring cars, I mentioned last few videos about these touring cars, the tires seem to really heat up very, very quickly and at an almost very unrealistic rate. And the tire wear happened at a very unrealistic rate. But I have found that being much more smooth on all of my inputs, steering, brake, and throttle, significantly increase, or rather decrease, all of those things and increase performance. The temperatures stay much more consistent. The wear stays much more what you might have expected out of a tire over a reasonable amount of time. And it's more of a punishment for over-driving the car, but still allowing the car to make it happen, but just coming at the expense of using all of your tires. So it's a real interesting tire that I really am getting used to, but still think is pretty awesome, because I don't think that is a type of... all tires really behave the same way in rF2, so it's really interesting to have a uniquely behaving tire, especially on this new car. It is really awesome and really draws me into this car a lot more than a car that would have had just with the regular tire model that I'm used to. But look at that, making some contact with us, bringing us all the way down to the inside of the track there. Let's get around this guy. Don't want to battle with him anymore. Sealu's going to lose out on a couple positions there, hopefully. Seemed a bit rude, didn't it? Alright, let's make our way back up to the rest of this little group here, this little gruppetto. Because as we can see, there are more race cars down the road. Let's see, you can really get away with cutting the chicane a lot. Whew, I am really loving this combo of these British touring cars here at Lime Rock Park. You might not expect a British touring car here at Lime Rock Park, but maybe I'm a broken record, or rather that newbie that has never put these two things together before. But it really phenomenal racing, and Lime Rock Park I love this track. However, I do find the cars that I really enjoy driving aren't necessarily a good fit for this track. For instance, I like to drive GT3 cars, LMP2 cars, LMP1 cars, and so obviously those are a little bit, especially going into the prototypes, getting a little bit too fast for this very small track. Even these touring cars are lapping in under a minute here, so it is a bit of a small place with some tight corners if you do these chicanes, and if you're going too fast at a certain point, it's just it's a little bit too much, and so I don't do a lot of the... If I were to do a lot of those open cockpit, F4 Indy Lights, I think I would probably, have way more track experience here. But I always think of the lower powered cars here. But anyway, the touring cars really seem to hit that perfect middle ground to me, between, sorry, just trying to focus, staying on class, staying or on track rather. Oh, almost losing it again on the exit there. But that perfect middle ground between power and raceability. All right, let's see. All right, we're sitting in the 6th position already. My, oh my. So we're battling for the top 5 here, and they don't seem to want to give up an inch, as we are now finding ourselves sitting in outside the top 10, just right outside the top 10 now, after a huge mistake exiting the chicane there. We've got a lot of work to make back up. Let's see, we are looking at lap number 6 here out of 15, so we got plenty of time to make it up. However, that is a big deficit to have to go back to. Ooh, a little bit of contact sends a lot of slide, but it looks like it will open the door for us to take that position. We are now sitting in the single digits at 9th place. I'd like to move myself up into the top 5 as quickly as possible. Well, I guess we were only at 6, so let's keep our, oh, almost making the same mistake as chicane. So yeah, let's just keep ourselves focused here. Let's not worry about having to overperform more than we are capable of doing at this point. Let's remember the tires now looking at under their 10% in life, having used 10% of their life approximately at this point. So we're looking at some performance decrease. Got to keep that in mind, especially in these tires. Things change very quickly. As we lock up getting into that corner there, I thought it might have been possible to get into the inside, as we can on the second half of that corner through the middle rather. Looking at 8th place. This Hyundai is just sitting like a brick, but not really putting up a fight. All right, that was an easy maneuver. Too easy. Oh, are we gonna get any track cuts there? Nope, not even a little bit. Felt like maybe we should have. Try to not even touch the brake going through there, because I don't think you need it. Maybe if I were jumping up into 5th gear before there, but I don't know that that is that juice would be worth the squeeze. I think that that might cost us more time than it would gain in speed. All right, let's not lock up here. Let's keep as much tread on these tires as we can, or as much grip rather, as they are smooth. To the inside. It looks like they're going to leave us the room, so we avoid making contact. Keeping ourselves on track on the exit. We get the position. We're back where we were in 6th position here. Yeah, look, that's where that chicane is where I feel the tire wear the most. I definitely don't feel like I can just, you know, crisscross it like I have been able to on 100% strength tires. So it looks like our front end has seen some better times at this point in the race. Dark blue across the whole front end, as well as the left and right sides. Really gotten into it, but that's what I love about these touring cars. They really put their elbows out, and the cars really seem to race well together like that. And I know the Englishmen in the audience are really obviously gonna be like, duh man, of course. But touring car racing is not something that I've always seen. Specifically the British touring cars. I'm way more familiar watching touring car racing, and of course know their distinct ability to really get their elbows out at certain points in time. Sorry, I really am trying to focus here, trying to keep my input smooth, as well as stay as fast as possible, and keep that fine limit between matching between where my skills are and where the car's limit is. But it looks like we're going to get a run here on 4th place on our way into turn 1. Let them cover the inside all they want. We just got to be able to... Oh, they're coming up top. Okay, I thought we were going to be able to cross on them, but they kept us up at the top pretty well there. That was interesting. We came in with a run, but the AI were able to defend on that. It's actually pretty awesome. Very rarely do you actually able to see AI using their ability to defend and drive erratically to come into an awesome combo. All right, let's see what we can do now. See if we can get another run coming through these two corners again. Looks like it. Are they gonna? I was gonna say, are they gonna try to take a suboptimal line? Oh, they did hit the brakes, and we did make some contact with them. Did stifle all of our momentum. I don't think it's gonna really make an impact on our performance, but as we can see, it has done a bit of a ditty on their rear end. Sticking our nose in, making them flinch. Fourth position is ours. All right, so the bottom position on the podium is just hanging out there right in front of us. It looks like first place is far ahead. It's not even in our sight line at this point. Let's see if we can see them on the opening straight. Or on the front straight, rather. Sorry, as I mentioned, I think I've mentioned that like 8 times. Really focusing hard here, really trying to pull off a nice result here. I've also upped the AI more than what I'm used to, and so I'm really kind of surprising myself. So I really want to see what kind of time I could pull out, what kind of finish I could pull out, because I didn't think that this would be where I was finishing. I thought I was going to be finishing about where I put myself in on the field in midfield. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. Oh, there's an opening. Did not get to take it from him. Also spent that time talking and did not even remotely look for the guy in first place. Way late into there. Yeah, it's going to be a track limit. What? You can just go through the grass there and not get any kind of penalty? Too bad these things do not like going off-road or in the grass much at all. Otherwise, that could be a very significant advantage. All right, we're going to have a run here. We should have him into turn 1. Okay, so first place is now probably entering turn 3. As we saw them as we were exiting the final corner, they were coming through. Oh, that was not good for us. That was not good for us. We're going to have some very, very warm tires now. Keep that in mind. We're going to have to try to cool them off a bit. We're going to slide on the exit here. Not so much. Surely there's got to be some... Okay, a little bit of a flat spot. All right, car. Even though we're very hot tires in the front, we're still driving fine. Or I'm sorry, the car is still performing fine. We're not driving fine. Okay, there we go. We're sliding out a little bit more. So we got to bring these temperatures back into check. All right, so we're sitting. Okay, so we got 2 laps to go. I guess we don't really have time to keep these temperatures in check. 1 lap to go. So if I'm gonna step up on a second place of the podium, we just got to push these hot tires as hard as we can. Let's try a miracle push. Really try to overdrive it as far as we can. Let's try to really abuse this chicane. Let's see if we can get to second place. That's not what I meant. I deserve to lose all of these positions. Well, I guess not every finish is going to be, this is my favorite thing about sim racing. It's always fun. You can always have a good time. But anyway, a little bit of a silly finish, a little bit of a silly ending, but still a fantastic time racing these British touring cars. Let me know what you guys are thinking of them at this point in the game now that they've been released for a while. If you've made it this far, you should probably like the video, right? And we'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for more.